Hello everyone. Most of us have experienced the situation where our pockets are empty at the end of the month, whether it's because we spent too much or earned too little. Vision Money is here to help us control our finances. The first step is to set your monthly budget. It calculates your daily spending or earnings up to today and compares it with your actual spendings and income. If you overspend or fall short, the dashboard will notice you. Now let's see how to use Vision Money to manage my finances. First, we need to set a budget. To do that, go to the main menu, then select My Budget and click on Budget Start to begin managing your budget. The Budget Start month means starting from this month, for example, October. The Calculate Monthly Budget at the beginning of the month refers to setting your budget in one of two ways. Reset every month means, for instance, you set your food budget to $1,500 this month, and it will be $1,500 every month. Previous month leftover means that if, for example, your food budget is $1,500 this month, but you only spent $1,200, you can carry over the remaining $300 to the next month. So, in the next month, your budget will be $1,800. $1,500 for the current month, plus the $300 left over from the previous month. By transferring the budget surplus from the previous month to the next, you can effectively manage your overall annual finances and avoid overspending. It provides flexibility in budgeting. For example, let's say I set up a monthly income budget for this month, $5,000. I click Save. Then I add a spending item, setting a $1,500 monthly budget for food. Okay, I've set up the budgets. Now take a look below and you'll see two graphics for these two items. Why did the monthly income budget become $10,000? If you're using the previous month leftover option and it's November now and you haven't entered any transactions, the budget accumulates to $10,000 from the start of the available history. If you chose Reset every month, it would remain $5,000 because it resets to the specified amount each month. If you want to delete these budgets, you can long press on the item and it will display two buttons, one to delete that specific budget item and another to delete all budget items. Now that you've set up your budgets, let's move on to entering your daily income and spendings. Vision Money will automatically manage these inputs and notifications will be generated as needed. Press the Transaction Speed button on the main function page. On the 5th of October, there was an income of $5,300 categorized as salary. Save the entry. Alright, moving on to this mint salary. On November 1st, there was an income of $4,800 categorized as salary. Save the entry. For spendings, let's say you spent $1,000 on food on the 15th of last month. You can input transactions every day, and Vision Money will automatically accumulate them. Choose the category Food and press Save. Today you spent $1,700, also categorized as food. Next, let's go back to the My Budget section to take a look at the actual budget and compare it with the actual spendings or income. Let's check the annual budget. First, let's review last month. In October, if we calculate on a monthly reset basis, the salary budget was $5,000, but you actually earned $5,300. Therefore, it shows all green for the income category. For food, you spent $1,000, and the budget was $1,500, so it's below the budget indicated by the green color. So, today is November 17th. If we calculate using the Reset Every Month method, the budget for this month's salary should be $5,000. As of November 17th, it's 57%, so you should have earned $2,833 by today. Now, for spendings, with Reset Every Month, the budget for food is $1,500. As of today, you should have spent $850, but you've already spent $1,700, significantly exceeding the budget, hence the entire bar is in red. Now let's consider the previous month leftover approach, where the money not spent in the previous month can be carried over as the budget for this month. Looking at the salary, the budget becomes $4,700 for this month. Why $4,700? Because last month you earned an extra $300, so this month you only need to earn $4,700 to meet your salary budget. The spending is $2,000 because last month the actual spending on food was $1,000, which means you underspent by $500. Adding this to the $1,500 you can spend this month, your total budget becomes $2,000. As of today, the 17th, you can spend 57% of the budget, 17 out of 30 days. Therefore, you should be able to spend $1,133 by today. However, you've actually spent $1,700, so you are still overspending. Vision Money helps you manage your finances by accumulating and monitoring your transactions daily. Now let's take a look at what happens when you receive a budget notice for overspending. We can check the overspending notice every time, so let's go back to the main function page and look at the dashboard, which you'll see when you log into Vision Money. Earlier, we mentioned that the salary for this month is green, indicating that you earned even more than budgeted, so it won't appear in the notices. However, for food, although the budget allows $2,000 this month, as of today, you should have spent $1,133. But you've actually spent $1,700, so a budget notice will appear on the dashboard, providing you with a reference for overspending. We can set up the budget notice. First, let's navigate to the main menu, then go to Settings and click on Setting and Version. Here, you'll find the budget notice setting. You can make some configurations here to determine whether the notice appears on the dashboard. Both the variance percent threshold and variance amount need to exceed the set values. Only then will the budget notice show up on the dashboard. Vision Money provides a cool feature for automatic budget setup. It generates a budget based on your past financial records. Let's take a look at how to generate it directly. In the top right corner, you'll find a magic pen icon. Click on that and it will automatically generate a budget based on your past transactions. Let me give you an example to explain. It considers your accounting period, calculates the average amount using historical data. Now, the minimum budget amount serves a specific purpose. If there are expenses that you don't want to include in the budget because they are relatively small, you can set a threshold. The system will only generate a budget if the average exceeds this minimum budget amount. For instance, let's use last month's data. Typically, people might use the last year or the year before for better accuracy, but in our case, we only have last month's historical data. So let's use that and hit the Calculate Budget button. The system automatically generates a budget. Salary is $5,129 and food is $968. It calculates the average daily amount based on the total amount for the category divided by the total number of days in the period, considering 30 days as the budget for a month. Feel free to make further adjustments as needed. For example, if you feel that the budget for food is too low, you can set it to $1,600. Vision Money provides a reference, and you can make additional adjustments. Remember, only the categories that are checked will be included in the budget when added. Now that we set up a budget for this month's income and household spendings earlier, if it overlaps with an existing budget, it will ask if you want to override it. I'll click on Select All and confirm the override. So my budget now reflects the automatically set budget we configured earlier. The automatic budget setup is incredibly convenient, sparing us the effort of individually configuring each category. I based it on last month's or last year's income and spendings. And then you can make further adjustments as needed. Alright, that concludes the explanation for budget control. Thank you everyone.